We were having drinks out in the garden and got into some pretty deep conversations about life and love and stuff. At one point, I asked him why he can't seem to hold down a girlfriend. Innocent enough question, right? He suddenly started crying and blurted out that it's because he has a small penis. I didn't know how to respond, so I just reached out and hugged him until he stopped. I felt so sorry for him. Now that we're sober, I think he regrets telling me because he seems to be actively avoiding me. Poor guy. I'm his big sister, so of course I want to help, but I don't know how. He's been kind of depressed in recent months and only really came out of his shell last night with drink. Any advice?
He reached out to you for help. I wouldn't just leave it there without saying anything. I would tell him that you appreciate him being so transparent with you and trusting you enough to share that fear. Let him know that it will remain between the two of you, and that even though you might not have all the answers, you support him and you know he will find the perfect woman for him.
I am not sure about it, as I didn't ask detail, but a friend of mine had a micropenis and went to doctor and surgeon, and while not in the top tier, he seems to do okay. He got a GF now, a baby soon to come, and happy as ever. I don't know if they solve his problem, or just helped him overcome it. TBF. The info I got are from his brother, and I didn't feel like asking load of detail. Just to say that with some help he will deal with it one way or another. It's good he got someone on his side. Though, just never, ever use that as a leverage in an argument.
It says a lot about your relationship that he felt able to tell you that and be vulnerable in front of you. I would say when at the right moment gently bring it up, and just say you're there if he needs to talk about it anymore or about anything else as well. I would recommend bringing up the idea of him getting help, going to the doctors. Have you spoken to him about how he's seemed depressed? You could maybe bring that up and then bring up this incident as part of that, then see how he reacts. You know him better than we do. If he doesn't want to go into it now, don't push it, but just make sure he knows you're there if needs you. Smiley face. Wishing you and your brother the best. I would ask him to more drinks in the garden to show him that you aren't at all weirded out by the last time and that you sincerely enjoy his company. And for the conversation, the more blunt you are the better. Tell him that someone not wanting to be with him for the size of his penis is equivalent to someone not wanting to be with you for the size of your boobs. It is shallow and absolutely not someone you should want to be with in the first place. He will find someone who thinks he is perfect. Letting him know his company is something to value will also hopefully bring his confidence up. Good luck. Op-edit. So many of you are disagreeing with my boobs to penis comparison. Maybe it's not the best, but it's supposed to bring him out of his head. Obviously preferences exist. What's shallow is choosing one physical feature as a reason not to be with someone otherwise perfect for you. There is so much more to sexual compatibility than penis penetration. Also, sexual compatibility is built upon I stand my ground.
Let him know you are his sister, will always have his back, and anything you talk about privately between yourselves is treated as super private. You don't have to talk about it beyond that, or reference exactly what he talked about. Just let him know that it's okay that he opened up to you, that you are his sister and love him, and nothing you talk about will ever change that. I think that's all you can do unless he wants to talk more, but it might take some of the embarrassment out of worrying that you think differently about him, or will talk about it with anyone else.
Deleted.
I am both shocked and not shocked at how much terrible advice is being posted here.
You don't need a huge penis to keep a girl happy. Maybe he doesn't quite understand that yet. Men can have a massive dong and have never brought a girl to climax. If he can nail down foreplay and giving a girl an orgasm, whether with toys or orally, he'll still be king. Girls are usually stimulated externally anyway, so if he gets a good understanding of her clit whilst having sex, she's still going to have a good time. As awkward as it may be, explain to him that foreplay is not just fingers and oral, it is flirtation, light touches and promises. It's setting a mood. Use what you got. Giving a girl an orgasm will bring his confidence up. He just needs to get some education on how. An amp #X200B, whoever he ends up being with won't or shouldn't care about his size. But in the meantime, for his confidence, I think it's a conversation worth having.
I know a guy in the same situation. He is all handsome and aesthetic, but for some reason, he never lasted in relationships, all of them less than 6 months. Some ex of him told us his problem, and was the same case as your brother, a big surprise for It's hard cause as a man society expects of you to have a big penis and be ready hard for sex all the time. Well, this guy finded the right girl and now it's married and has a kid. Your brother is 19m, at that age boys and girls just wanna have fun in a superficial way. The rematch it's coming near he's 30s to 40s. Meanwhile, he should try to get some medical help. Try some treatments and see what options he has. And also try to focus on working on his inner self and focus especially on other sexual skills. There are plenty of literature on internet in the matter. Maybe you can help him by Google some options or treatments, also some a specialist in your area. You are a good sister. Don't leave him alone on this. Cheers.
I would never dump a dude for having a small penis, as long as he makes an effort in bed. My best lovers have been due to compatibility, emotion, passion, and communication. He might not know that people who will accept him are out there.